President this weekend in waking up in Camp David, where he's spending most of his time having meetings with Republican congressional leaders and also members of his cabinet about the big year ahead in 2018. But last night, the president really had on his mind this book that has roiled his presidency, roiled his administration. He has not let this issue go after the book was published a few days early, despite his legal threats trying to shut it down. The president wrote in a tweet, let me read that to you, what you had just a moment ago. Michael Wolff, the author of the book, is a total loser who made up stories in order to sell this really boring and untruthful book. He used sloppy Steve Bэнnon, who cried when he got fired and begged for his job. Now, Sloppy Steve has been dumped like a dog by almost everyone. Too bad. Sloppy Steve is that new moniker that the president has given his former chief strategist, someone who was incredibly close to his campaign and also to his administration. Steve Bэнnon was recorded in this book making derogatory comments about the president, and afterwards the president really slammed him in a harsh statement, and that anger clearly has not gone away.
Abby, let me also ask you about the Russia investigation and what we're learning that multiple White House officials were involved in this effort to try to pressure Attorney General Jeff Sessions not to recuse himself from the investigation.
That's right. This was first reported by the New York Times, this effort on behalf of the White House to pressure Sessions to not recuse himself. And CNN learned overnight, according to a senior administration official, that in addition to the White House counsel Don McGahn, who reached out to Sessions on this issue, he also received pressure from two other officials, from the then White House Chief of Staff, Reince Priebus, and then White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer. Now, this makes it three White House officials who apparently tried to talk Sessions out of the decision that he did ultimately make to recuse himself. And I just want to read the response from Sean Spicer very quickly here, because I think it's important. He said, "For 8 months, the narrative was that I was out of the loop, and now I am part of it. I don't think so." So Sean Spicer here denying that he did anything other than call Sessions about a conference call. He did not say that he was part of an effort to pressure Sessions not to recuse himself in this case.